Greetings everyone. I hope you're all doing well. So today we're doing another episode of Midweek Review. So I'm just gonna start off with this pair, which is Australian dollar versus Canadian dollar. As you can see, I outlined that I was looking for price to come to this area and then push to the upside, but now as you can see, it's more like to be moving correctively to the upside. So what I'm looking for now is to see if you're gonna form a structure around these areas to continue push to the upside. But on that scenario, there's also this high here. So let me go to 180 so that you're gonna see it perfectly. As you can see, is this structure that I'm seeing here. Of which it's more likely that you can see some price then push to the downside, maybe to come and break this low. So this one will be a lovely setup to take us to the upside. It will be, we can involve our structure like this. So here we'll be taking maybe a risk entry or wait for the push and then commit to the upside. So this is what I'm looking for on this pair, because you can see now coming from this move and then continue push to the downside. Another scenario is that if you move correctly, then the possibility that price might form maybe a flag or a touch flag from these areas. As you can see, we haven't, like how we've been pushing here, we push and then form this low, we push and then form this low, now we push. It might happen that you can form another low and then continue push to the upside. So just have to wait and see how price gonna develop during the night, and then I'll take it from there. But it look like it's more likely that will be continuing pushed to the downside, but to this low or coming to break this low from the higher time frame. So that's it for this pair. And my next pair, I've added this one today. So what I'm looking for here on this one is to see if we're gonna get some continuation to the downside. But as you can see, there's this low that is here, as you can see. So what I'm looking for is to see if we do get some structure like this, and then take it to these areas, then take it to the downside. But if price gonna continue push, as you can see, still pushing to the downside, then I'll wait to see if we do break this low. Then I'll see if we can take, if there's gonna be a structure that is forming, and then take it to the downside. So I prefer the price to come maybe to this size, because it's much safer than taking an entry around these areas, because there's this low here which can tank you in and then take it out, and then you have 1% loss. As you can see, price maybe gonna be forming something bigger like this, then we sell off. You can see here on one edge. So can put my trade line here, as you can see. So if you push to these areas, then you sell off something like this. Now by the time you come to this low, you can see we'll be already on break even. So that'll be a safer trade than to take it to these areas. Or if you break in, then I'll wait for the setup to occur and then you take it to the downside. Now, so my next pair on the list is a Euro NZD or Euro vs New Zealand dollar. So the previous pair and this one is looking similar. So what I'm looking for here, as you can see, we already broken this low, but we broken it correctively. So it's more likely that price can move this way, form something bigger and then continue push to the downside. So when you go to an 1 hour, you can see how price is forming here. So just gonna be waiting to see how price gonna develop from this area to these areas, then take it to the downside. Now targeting this low here, or this low here. So we just have to wait and see how price gonna develop, then take it from there. So yeah, overall it's shaping up nice, as you can see of this move. So now maybe a corrective move, then continue push to the downside, or we might reject here since we broken this low. So form something like this, then push to the upside. So we just have to wait and see how price gonna develop. And another pair that I'm looking for is pound US Australian dollar. As you can see, we have a nice push to the downside, and after this nice ascending structure, so after this push and you can see we broken this low here. So looking to see if price can come to these areas to form like a stack here, a double top, then you continue push to the downside. So when you go to 1 hour, as you can see, so shaping up nicely. So it will be lovely trade from these areas to this low here, as you can see. So just have to wait. Patience as always. So, and another pair, my top 6 is USD CAD vs Canadian dollar. US dollar vs Canadian dollar. So as you can see here, let me start off from 4H. We have a lovely push and then broken this low. So and now it looks like we're forming a pattern here. So then I'm gonna come all the way to these areas and then continue with our downside move. So when we go to 1 hour, as you can see here, this high here and like this. So can push all the way and then continue to the downside, as you can see. So yeah, just have to wait and let the market come to us. So My top 3 pairs on my wildcards now, it's Euro, JPY. I missed an opportunity here today around these areas here, so now what I'm looking for, as you can see, a nice level momentum to the upside, but there's this high that is here. So let me go to an hour to clarify this. So you can see how we've been moving. Corrective move, we push, come back, and then push, and then we had this corrective move. So now we push, and we're within this area here. So what is this forming? As you can see, structure here. Remove this. So there's also possibility that price might come all the way to the downside. Yes, it might reject here and continue push, because this, after this high, we form a new high. So it's more like that price may push the downside to form a new low. So I'll waiting to see how price gonna develop from it, whether it's gonna form. If we do get some 15-minute flag, then can take it to this, targeting this low, or if we do happen that we push to the downside, then from this area. So the only time that I'll be focusing more on the upside, as you can see, we've broken this high, and there's this high here, so it's more likely that price might come and then break this high, and then we push to the downside again. Or we form something like this and continue push to the upside like this, then this will be a lovely setup. Take it to the upside, targeting this high or this high here before the completion of the structure. So following another pair, small, that is on my wildcard, it's pound dollar. You can see still have more room to the upside, I mean, but it's same things as Euro JPY. As you can see, this week here, as you can see, it came from this move, correct, and then we push, and then push, we correct. So third, we're gonna reject from here to form something like this. So we continue, or if we break here, then we need to see if we do gonna form some structure, and then continue push to the upside. Now, and the last pair, it's Euro JPY, I mean USD JPY. So there's something that is happening. As you can see, we have this move, and then we push, and then form this corrective move. So it's more likely that we can come to this low and then continue push to the upside. But also you can see we're coming from this bigger move, and then we have this structure. So after this move here, we come back all the way, and then reject it from this side, and then push, and then now it's look like we're rejecting again from here. So price failing to form a new high, something like that. So what I'm looking for to see if we can get maybe a 15-minute flag or so here, then take it to the downside, maybe to this low or this low, remain to be seen. So I'll be checking to see if we do get some momentum to the downside, because there's a possibility that might continue push to the downside to this low of our low, because you can't move this bigger move to the downside. This is our corrective structure to the downside, so on this one, it's just that you need to read between the lines and then see if there's some more confluences that are aligned with that particular direction. So as you can see here, still moving correctively, so it will form a continuation from here, or if you push lower, forming a structure, and then will be allowed to trade maybe to this low or these lows here. So that's it for today, guys. If you have any question, you can talk to me on my Telegram channel, and the link will be in the description below. Anyway, I'll see you on Sunday with another episode. Cheers, guys.